Imagine this: the unbreakable king of rugby league, Wally Lewis, a legend who conquered state of origin with sheer willpower and genius, now rumored to have been claimed by the silent killer lurking from his glory days. Did CT finally take down the immortal? Whispers spreading like wildfire across Aussie sports circles, leaving fans heartbroken and questioning if the ultimate price has been paid for those epic battles on the field. If that rumor stopped you in your tracks, hit like and subscribe now for the real truth behind Aussie sports headlines. Wally Lewis burst onto the scene as a young prodigy in Brisbane, his natural talent turning heads from the start, leading to a career that redefined rugby league greatness. Crowned the king for his commanding presence, he captained Queensland through 8 State of Origin series wins, masterminding plays that turned underdogs into champions, like that iconic 1991 series where his leadership snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. Fans adored his fearless style, charging into tackles with no regard for personal safety, accumulating countless head knocks that thrilled crowds but planted seeds of destruction deep within. As his playing days peaked with the Brisbane Broncos and representative honors, Wally transitioned seamlessly into media, his insightful commentary keeping him at the heart of the game. But subtle cracks began appearing: forgotten names, repeated stories, moments of blankness that he brushed off as normal aging. Then came the bombshell in 2023, probable chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, a brutal brain disease from repetitive trauma, confirmed with 90% certainty by specialists who wept over his scans showing shrinkage and damage no champion should endure. The diagnosis hit like a blindside tackle, forcing retirement from broadcasting amid fears of on-air lapses, plunging Wally into a world of daily uncertainty and embarrassment. Yet, in a stunning twist, he refused to retreat, channeling pain into purpose by becoming a fierce advocate for brain health. Cliffhanger after cliffhanger marked his journey. Would his public pleas move the powers that be? In early 2025, triumph struck when the federal government announced $12.5 million for a CTE pilot program, with Wally front and center at Lang Park, announcing the funding alongside ministers, his voice steady despite the toll. But wait, the rumors swirling now. Did this devastating condition finally overcome him by late 2025? Social media buzzed with false alarms, fans mourning prematurely over misinformation, hearts sinking at the thought of losing the king forever. Surprise revelation: no, Wally Lewis is still very much alive as of December 2025, continuing his fight with resilience that echoes his on-field heroics. Living with probable CTE means navigating memory fog, structured routines, and unwavering family support from his wife Lynda, who stands as his rock through the emotional storms. His advocacy exploded, addressing the National Press Club, sharing raw fears of progression, yet inspiring policy shifts and awareness campaigns with Dementia Australia. Moments of surprise kept emerging, like breakthroughs in diagnostic tools allowing earlier detection in living patients, offering slivers of hope for management. Wally's story wove triumph with tragedy, highlighting how subconcussive hits erode the brain over time, linking to heartbreaking cases like Paul Green's suicide that spurred Wally's urgency. He called for more funding, $18 million initially, celebrating the partial win while pushing boundaries, surprising critics with his eloquence amid personal struggles. Daily life transformed into a strategic battle. Diaries as best friends, therapy for coping, small victories like recalling cherished memories fueling his spirit. Cliffhangers persisted. Would research yield treatments in time? As 2025 unfolded, Wally appeared in interviews, portraits capturing his battle even entering prizes, symbolizing the human cost of contact sports. His honesty about anxiety, isolation, and mortality fears gripped audiences, turning vulnerability into strength. Community responses flooded in, fundraisers and tributes affirming his enduring impact, while he educated young players on safer techniques. But the core question lingers: has CTE claimed him? The answer shocks those believing rumors. Absolutely not. Wally endures, his legacy expanding beyond tries and trophies into pioneering change for future generations. Through it all, storytelling reveals a man unbroken, finding purpose in adversity, reminding us heroes face invisible foes with the same courage. Here on Aussie Sports Central, we unpack these myths and truths, honoring legends while demanding better protection. Wally's ongoing presence defies the disease, his voice amplifying calls for concussion protocols, mandatory checks, and investment that could prevent similar fates. Surprises abound in his updates, like reflecting on epilepsy hidden during his career, now openly discussed to destigmatize brain issues. Family dynamics add depth, Lynda's perspective highlighting partnership strains yet deepening bonds. As the year closes, Wally's fight symbolizes hope, proving the human spirit outlasts even the toughest opponents. Turning the page on this rumor-ridden saga, the truth emerges stronger, illuminating Wally's continued defiance against CTE's grip. Picture the misinformation storm of late 2025, false reports sparking grief across forums and feeds, only for clarity to cut through, no obituary, no farewell, just the king pressing forward with unyielding determination. His health challenge, diagnosed years earlier, progresses slowly, managed with medical support and lifestyle adjustments that keep him active in advocacy. In February 2025, that monumental funding announcement marked a pinnacle, Wally beaming at Suncorp Stadium, crediting delegation efforts while vowing more action. Subsequent months brought candid shares, fears for the future tempered by hope in emerging diagnostics, allowing probable CTE identification without autopsy. Surprise twists included artistic tributes, a powerful portrait depicting his brain's battle gaining acclaim, sparking national conversations on sports safety. Wally's role with Dementia Australia intensified, promoting dementia-friendly communities, small actions making big differences for those affected. Cliffhangers built tension. Would governments commit further? Partial victories fueled momentum, his influence swaying opinions on rule changes reducing head impacts. Daily realities painted a compelling picture. Medication routines, memory aids, emotional highs from family time contrasting lows of confusion. Yet, resilience shone, Wally declaring determination to live fully, hopeful for advancements catching his lifetime. Rumors of death, born from misunderstanding CTE's fatal nature long-term, shocked fans anew, but the reveal, he lives, breathes, fights, restored faith in his immortality. Storytelling escalates with parallels to global cases, underscoring rugby league's epidemic, yet Wally's Australian voice leads locally. Advocacy milestones surprised, from press club addresses evoking tears to policy impacts protecting juniors. His wife's insights added layers, sacrifices and joys intertwining in their journey. Moments of raw honesty, admitting control loss yet reclaiming it through purpose, captivated listeners. Community solidarity surged, messages pouring in, reinforcing his platform. As December 2025 arrives, Wally stands alive, legacy evolving into guardian of brain health. Imagine the unbreakable king of rugby league, a man who dominated the field with raw power and unyielding spirit, suddenly facing an invisible enemy that steals his memories one by one. Could the glory of the game come at such a devastating cost? What if the cheers of thousands masked a silent storm brewing in his mind, ready to erase the very legacy he built? If this story grips you, smash that like button and subscribe right now for more raw tales from the world of Aussie sports. Wally Lewis, the immortal icon whose name echoes through the annals of Australian Rugby League, began his journey in the gritty suburbs of Brisbane, where a young boy with a football in hand dreamed of greatness. From his early days tearing up local fields to captaining Queensland in the brutal state of origin battles, Wally became synonymous with victory, his tactical brilliance and fearless charges inspiring a generation. Fans dubbed him the king for good reason. He led his team through epic comebacks, like that unforgettable night in 1980 when he orchestrated a stunning turnaround against New South Wales, turning certain defeat into legendary triumph. But beneath the surface of those thunderous tackles and precise passes lurked a hidden danger, one that no referee could penalize or crowd could boo away. Repeated head knocks, those jarring collisions that seemed part of the game's thrill, were quietly accumulating damage, chipping away at the fortress of his brain. As years rolled on, Wally's career soared. He lifted trophies with the Brisbane Broncos, etched his name into the Hall of Fame, and even transitioned into broadcasting, his voice still commanding respect across the nation. Yet, whispers of forgetfulness started creeping in, misplaced keys here, forgotten conversations there, dismissed at first as mere age catching up. But wait, what if these were harbingers of something far more sinister? The turning point came in 2023, when scans revealed the shocking truth. Probable chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE,